The media has been driving us absolutely wild with whether or not Trevor Lawrence would actually play for the New York Jets. Well, today, we got our answer.
How can you not let the situation with the Jets affect you?
I mean, I think I'm ready. I think just being here at Clemson, my journey has taught me a lot. I've grown up a lot the past few years, and I'm really just ready to take on whatever challenge it is, and just to have the opportunity.
Have you watched the Jets, Trevor?
I haven't really, honestly. Obviously,
Don't.
Highlights and stuff. But,
Don't.
No, I mean, really, like, honestly, I know some of this stuff I say sounds cliche, but just to have the opportunity to go somewhere, help someone rebuild, if that's what it is, or whatever, and just win. That's what, something I love doing. I think that's what I'm best at is winning, regardless of stats, whatever it is, that's what I love. So just to have that chance, obviously some places it'll be more of a challenge than others, but I think I'm up for it, and that'll get here when it's here. Just trying to focus now on being great where I'm at.
Just in my Sorry about that. Sticky. All right, welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys, you heard it in his own words. Trevor Lawrence is not afraid to come to a bad team, not afraid to come to the New York Jets. I am super amped up on this, but let's go into a little bit about the discussions of what other people are really thinking. The first thing I always hear, and I get it all the time, is if you put Trevor Lawrence on this Jets team, he's not winning any more games than Sam Darnold. And while I think that, for the most part, I kind of agree. I think he would be better than Sam because I think Sam makes a lot of boneheaded mistakes, but that's completely irrelevant. Why does that make any sense at all to anyone that's watching, this season play out and hoping for Trevor Lawrence? Because there is no part of me, no part of this team that's going to be relevant next year. This is going to be a completely different team. And let's go into some of these different thought processes. Well, the Jets are so dysfunctional. Well, why are the Jets dysfunctional? Well, they don't have, a good head coach. Well, more than likely, if the Jets are going 0-16 or 1-15, Adam Gase is more than likely gone. So we don't have to worry about that. We're going to be getting a new head coach in here that, at the very least, can't be as bad as Adam Gase. 0-16, there's not much room to go down. I understand they're adding a 17th game next year, so maybe we could break that record, but I digress. So why are the Jets bad? Well, they can't draft well. Their team has no talent. Well, look at our team. We haven't had good GMs the last few years. Idzik and McCagnon, their draft classes should be the heart and soul of this team. We have like 2 guys left on our opening day roster for this year for the McCagnon first and second round picks. You have Quinnen Williams and Marcus May. So when I'm looking at the Jets team, you got to look at Joe Douglas and what he's been able to do. And he didn't get to draft last year, but this most recent draft we did get to see. He's got a stud left tackle. Mims looks legit. I know he doesn't get as many targets as we want, but I think that's more of an Adam Gase issue more than it is a player issue. And then we have just a boatload of assets coming up, which brings me into my next topic. The Jets have no talent. Yes, the Jets have no talent right now. We traded away all our important pieces because we wanted to bottom out to get you, Trevor Lawrence. And this is why you should want to come to the New York Jets. Not because, we're completely desperate. That's besides the fact. But the Jets don't have talent is not a good argument. We are going into an offseason where there is going to be unprecedented consequences for the rest of the league. The Jets are set to have the second most cap space in the league, right around $80 million or so. And because there were no fans in the stands due to COVID, the salary cap is dropping from $200 million down to $176 million, which means there's going to be a ton of teams that are over the salary cap that are going to have to cut a lot of good players that are just on bad contracts just to get under the salary cap threshold. So if we're following that logic, if they have to cut all the players to get under the salary cap threshold, that means there's like half the league that won't be able to sign free agents. That's a huge leg up for the New York Jets. If you have the most cap space going into this year with a new head coach, with the prospects of getting Trevor Lawrence, you're going to be able to attract some talent. And that's really exciting if you're a Jet fan. And it's something that the media really isn't talking a whole heck of a lot about. The next part is the draft. The Jets traded Jamal Adams, and we now have the most draft assets over the course of the next 2 years. This year we have 2 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks. Whatever pick we get for Sam may not be that high at this point, but whatever pick we get for Sam is just going to add to that arsenal. And then you have all of next year with more cap space and more draft picks, so we can build this team around Trevor Lawrence the way we never did around Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold. Like, all these guys, it's not indicative. The past failures of the Jets should not be on Joe Douglas and this current regime. This is, for everything that we've seen from Joe Douglas, yes, he's fielded potentially an 0-16 team, but that is more on coaching, I believe, and more on the preparation moving into the full rebuild. He actually tore down the team the way you're supposed to do it in a rebuild. So this is really exciting for the New York Jets. You could really attract some marquee free agents. You could really get some good players from the draft, a lot of cheap talent over the course of these next 2 years. Guys, I'm all jazzed up. Trevor Lawrence is coming out. We have 3 more games. Please, New York Jets, for the love of God, just complete this perfect tank season. Let's put this behind us. Let's move on to all these awesome, potential videos that we could make, and I just want Trevor Lawrence. I just want him here. Guys, I am going to be so stressed out over these next 3 weeks. I just want it to be over. Guys, let me know how you're feeling down below in the comments. And as always, go Jets.